Hey there, everyone. We're going to continue in Psalm 119. It's been a bit of a messy morning. And also, too, I just started a stream about 15 minutes ago, and been a massive storm, like a little mini, I don't know what you call it. It's not quite a tornado, but it was pretty bad. I've never driven through anything like that in my life. I've driven through some pretty wild things. But yeah, I couldn't see anything as I was driving and nearly got blown off the road. So bit of an action-packed day. Praise God for keeping me safe, and yeah, just pray for others who might be affected by it as well. Yeah, so let's start reading. We're just going to go through and read with Psalm 119. So, Sin and Shin. Princes persecute me without cause, but my heart stands in awe of your words. I rejoice at your word, like one who finds great spoil. I hate and abhor falsehood, but I love your law. 7 times a day I praise you for your righteous rules. Great peace have those who love your law. Nothing can make them stumble. I hope for your salvation, O Lord, and I do your commandments. And I'm conscious of the internet. It looks really, really bad right now. I'm just going to pause and see if I can improve it. One sec. I'm not sure I can fix it. I think it's just because of the weather. There's massive storms around, so the phone service isn't so great. Hopefully there's enough service for audio. Obviously I'm streaming video, but it might still come through all right on audio. Or I guess wait and see. I'm just checking what the stream's looking like. But it looks a bit laggy. All right, I'm going to continue, and hopefully this isn't, this might have to be a re-record. Great peace have those who love your law. Nothing can make them stumble. I hope for your salvation, O Lord, and I do your commandments. My soul keeps your testimonies. I love them exceedingly. I keep your precepts and testimonies, for all my ways are before you. Tor, let my cry come before you, O Lord. Give me understanding according to your word. Let my plea come before you. Deliver me according to your word. My lips will pour forth praise, for you teach me your statutes. My tongue will sing of your word, for all your commandments are right. Let your hand be ready to help me, for I have chosen your precepts. I long for your salvation, O Lord, and your law is my delight. Let my soul live and praise you, and let your rules help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek your servant, for I do not forget your commandments. Deliver me, O Lord, a song of ascents. In my distress I called to the Lord, and he answered me. Deliver me, O Lord, from lying lips, from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given to you, and what more shall be done to you, you deceitful tongue? A warrior's sharp arrows with glowing coals of the broom tree. Woe to me that I sojourn in Meshech, that I dwell among the tents of Kedar. Too long have I had my dwelling among those who hate peace. I am for peace, but when I speak they are for war. It's a powerful passage, isn't it? That even when we take up a posture of seeking to be peaceful, the enemy will always seek war. They'll always seek to operate in that negative space, in that space seeking for the destruction of God's people. My help comes from the Lord, a song of ascents. I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come from? So we've broken out of Psalm 119 now. It's a very long psalm. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in, from this time forth and forevermore. Let us go to the house of the Lord. A song of ascents of David. I was glad when they said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. Our feet have been standing within your gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem built as a city that is bound firmly together, to which the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord. As was decreed for Israel, to give thanks to the name of the Lord. Their thrones for judgment were set, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May they be secure who love you. Peace be within your walls and security within your towers. For my brothers and companions' sake, I will say peace be within you. For the sake of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek your good. Our eyes look to the Lord our God, a song of ascents. To you I will lift up my eyes, O you who are enthroned in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look to the hand of their master, as the eyes of a maidservant to the hand of a mistress, so our eyes look to the Lord till he has mercy upon us. So we can see this humbling oneself here, looking up to our Heavenly Father as our Master. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, have mercy upon us, for we had more than enough of contempt. Our soul has had more than enough of the scorn of those who are at ease, of the contempt of the proud. The scorn of those who are at ease, those who, it's kind of it's a bit of a double-edged passage here, because even though those who are in the world appear to be at ease, they're not really at ease, because they're full of anxiety, they're full of fear, they're deceived, they're in a state of deception, and they are able to be used by the enemy without even being aware of it. So therefore, there are those who, probably those more who would be at ease would be considered maybe the rich or the wealthy, those who are, manipulating the people. But I think the average person, even though we see here the word, it does say they're at ease, but there are many that are suffering even though they are deceived. And I think that helps us too, when we consider forgiveness, is when we have to remind ourselves that, many people that are going through these difficult moments that end up being our persecutors, they're victims as well. They're victims of the deception, but they're victims of their own sin. They're victims of the flesh, and they made their choice, right? So we understand that while they have made their choice, and they are victims of deception, so we can't condemn them, right? We shouldn't condemn them. Instead, we should have them hear the gospel and give them a choice, making that decision whether they choose to follow God or not. If they don't choose to follow God, that's their decision. But ultimately, they are in the state and the situation they're in because of sin and because of a deception. This grandiose world around you has been painted as a picture. This is how you live life, and this is your dream, and this is what you should be doing. But then you look outside of that grandiose world, and you start to see it for what it is, and you realize for what it is. What it really is a giant deception. And obviously there are movies like The Matrix that really sort of told people the obvious. It tried to speak to people the real truth about their world, but I don't think many people really got it. I don't think many people really understood what the message of the world was, and it's biblical, right? The message is, and I don't think the movie really conveyed that either. I don't think it was intent on promoting Jesus either, but there was truth hidden in that movie, which is, one of those things that they usually do is controlled conditioning. So when we look at that and we look at the world for what it is, we realize that it's not in the way that God intended it to be. That's not in the way that he planned for it to be, but ultimately he's sovereign and he steered it even through its total shipwreck of failures and sin. He's still steering it, but there's also another that steers it, and the other that steers it is the devil, right? He's the ruler of the world at the moment. He's the one ruling. He's given the authority. He's allowed to have his time, and so we see that, when the tribulation gets into its second half, he's going to have full authority, full autonomy to do what he wants to do. And so therefore, we're going to see the real evil come out by that stage. But the build up to it is what we're going through now. So we're going through the build up, the birth pains, and then we go through the lead up until that. But God also has his plan. God has his plan. He has these warnings, these final warnings for humanity, of not only to hear the gospel, which will be preached to all nations, but also the final warnings of the times ahead, that the kingdom is coming, that Jesus is coming, and he's coming. He brings judgment upon the earth, and the judgment will be swift, and the judgment will come like a thief, where those who have relied on all of their plans for their lives, they'll find that plan is stolen in a moment. That plan is nothing, it's no more, unless they would come to him by faith and put their trust in him. So it's intimidating, but we see that there are those that are at ease because they're not aware of the things coming. But those who are awake to the truth, we suffer because we suffer for his name's sake. We suffer for the world hates us now. But when you come to Jesus and you're born again of the Spirit, the world will hate you. People will despise you, they'll mock you, they'll laugh at you, they'll call you a fool. They will treat you or mistreat you. They'll abuse you, and they'll take your kindness and your love and they'll twist it and they'll turn it into something else. And that's the cup of the world, right? That's what the world does to God's people. They persecute God's people. But nevertheless, the mission is still clear to get the good news to the ungrateful people and those who haven't heard it. Whether they're ungrateful or not, there are many that are ungrateful and they hear it and they laugh at it, they mock it, but they're just like Esau, who just threw their destiny away, right? Threw their birthright away for a bowl of food, right? Bowl of lentils or a bowl of stew. And that is ultimately because they don't see the value in it, they don't understand it, and they're more focused on the flesh than they are on anything else, because they just frankly don't understand what they're doing. So after the storm I just drove through, that's probably the closest moment where I was calling out to God, just saying, Lord, don't have me die here, because honestly, like my vehicle that I drive, it's lightweight and it should have gone flying in that wind. It was crazy. Like, it was insane that this is about 45 minutes ago. And yeah, I mean, I've never experienced anything like that. It just felt like you're in like a movie and there's like a tornado around you or something. But yeah, it was just pretty epic and scary as well. And but at the same time, I'm just fortunate that, God's like just let me keep going and didn't decide to completely and utterly end up in that situation in a bad way. And I saw other people in their little cars too. I was worried about them not knowing what was going to happen, but we got through it, and it was a pretty intense storm. So, I mean, probably like 30 years of driving. No, not 30 years, but less than 30 years of driving. I've never driven through anything like that. That was insane. So yeah, pretty interesting day already. Now going back to those who are at ease, we understand that when we seek Jesus, there will be a price to pay. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just trying to say and be real that, it won't be easy, but understand that he does call us out of the world, and he calls us to seek him with our whole heart. And while sometimes we don't always get that right, I think deep down, once we accept him by faith, that even on the days where we do mess up and make mistakes, I think ultimately it's buried in there, and we want to have that as our normal default position, where we're so full of zeal and full of faith that nothing takes us off the path. Like Daniel, the spirit of Daniel is probably the closest example. But we have to aspire to these things. These things take time, and they take sanctification, and they take faith, and then to get to that point where we can be in any situation and be steadfast. So we've got to keep going, got to keep studying, got to keep in prayer, keep following him, and not be like those in the world who have just sold their birthright. Our help is in the name of the Lord, a song of ascents of David. If it had been the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when people rose up against us, then they would have swallowed us up alive. When their anger was kindled against us, and the flood would have swept us away, the torrent would have gone over us, then over us would have gone the raging waters. Blessed be the Lord who has not given us as prey to their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. So through salvation we've escaped. The Lord surrounds his people, a song of ascents. Those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved but abides forever. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people. From this time forth and forevermore. For the scepter of wickedness shall not rest on the land allotted to the righteous, lest the righteous stretch out their hands to do wrong. Do good, O Lord, to those who are good, and to those who are upright in their hearts. But those who turn aside to their crooked ways, the Lord will lead away with evildoers. Peace be upon Israel. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, a song of ascents. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dream. Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with shouts of joy. Then they said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us. We are glad. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like the streams in the Negeb. Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. He who goes out weeping, bearing the seed for sowing, shall come home with shouts of joy, bringing his sheaves with him. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm not feeling great, and I think the internet is so bad. It's about 10 times slower than it normally is, so I think this is going to have to be re-recorded. But yeah, we tried, and I'll have another try a bit later tonight, I think, and try maybe, if it's no good, re-record or continue on. So God bless, and Maranatha.